Hi, this is Kathy Burris with Green Hope Coaching. And I, like I'm sure many of you, have been pondering the powerful images that have come through my TV set and across my social media screens and in my email box related to the inauguration or related to the marches of women in our cities across our nation. I'm not here today to make a political statement or to in any way weigh in on the discussions that were had, but I have thought strongly about woman, not a particular woman, but a collective woman. I see so many women from the first ladies, both outgoing and incoming, the women that were on the inaugural stage that had, either they were family members or they were, members of the cabinet, or they were, whatever their role was. I see the women who led the marches, and I wonder what they're thinking today, if it accomplished what they hoped it would accomplish. I think of the women who attended those marches, and for very different reasons. I think of the women who didn't attend the marches, but who felt compelled to speak for some reason on their social media account and left a powerfully strong message there. All of us, women, very unique, very different, and yet we each come wanting to make a difference. And each of us brings with us our unique design, our gifts and abilities and talents and strengths and weaknesses, our hopes and dreams. Each of us bring with us our story, the good, the bad, and the ugly. We bring our joys and our successes as well as our pain and our defeat. Each of us brings with us choices that we have made throughout our life that affect, influence our perspective on the world, on life, on God. That's a woman who is taking everything she has and wanting to make a difference with it. But the woman I'm most amazed about is the one who is already looking to the end of her life. And I lost a daughter at the age of 15. I know life can be short. I have parents who are still 80 years old living life strongly. I know life can be lived long. But what do I want to be said of me? What do you want to be said of you as to the difference you've made in this world to those you love? That's a great question. And Green Hope Coaching wants to speak to that woman. We're passionate about empowering women to make their powerful difference. And we want to speak to the woman who wants to do that. And so three ways that we're doing it, in addition to private coaching, which just call me, we can set up a session or some sessions to work together to accomplish the goals you want to accomplish. But 3 ways that we are working in 2017 to help empower women is one through the Empowerful sessions, which are 5-week sessions. You sign up for 5 weeks at a time. During that month long, you identify the one goal, the one thing that would make the biggest difference to your next steps. And we get that done. And for some women, that's been something that they've needed to do for 2 years or 4 years, and they finally get it done in 5 weeks' time, and they just think, why did I wait so long? Well, the beauty of it is we help you set your goal. We help you identify your action steps, and then we hold you accountable to those. And by the end of a month, you'd be amazed at the kind of things you can experience. And so we have 6 sessions throughout the year, but they're 5 weeks each. And it's a telephone call Wednesdays from 12 to 1. If you're interested, sign up below. We've got a group starting this week, so you want to do that right away. The next thing we're talking about is later this spring, we'll be hosting what we call the Tracing Hope groups. And if you followed me for any length of time, you know that last year I published a book called Lovely Traces of Hope. And in part, it's the story of my finding my way through the circumstances of life that threatened to just consume me. And in doing so, defining the difference I want to make and giving me the passion and the direction to do that, which is helping you to make the difference you're making. So Tracing Hope groups won't be started for a little while. I can't give you much more detail, but if you want to know more, give us your name and email address and we'll send you information as that becomes available. That will also be, both of those two are something that people far or near can do. So look into that if you're interested. The third offering is a monthly gathering that I call the Green Grief Gathering. I haven't worked with a client yet that at some point doesn't need to grieve the loss of something, a dream, a job, a relationship, a loved one. The list goes on and on. But at some point, we recognize that something is holding us back, a message that's not true, that we need to let go of. A voice we hear in our head that comes from our mother or comes, no diss mom, I'm one of them myself, but to recognize there are things that are holding us back. And so the Green Grief Gathering is designed to help us not stay consumed in that darkness, but rather to find those slivers of green hope along the way, lovely traces of hope. If you've read my book, you know what I mean. Lovely traces of hope that can move us forward and that can help us take our next step. Again, the details about when those will be held, and that's a local group, will be in the emails that we'll be sending later. Give us your name and email address so that we can get you signed up for that. All in all, as I've pondered this weekend, I realized that I'm for you. I am you. You are a woman. You want to make a difference, and you're not alone. So I'm here to help you embrace your whole story and to live madly, M-A-D, make a difference-ly. Live madly as you are empowered to make your powerful difference. We'd love to be part of that group with you and help you do that. So I look forward to hearing from you. Thanks for your time.